30th, 8:30, 7:30 Central on ABC. Parental discretion advised. Next at 6 on WTAE 4 News, the cleanup continues in Oklahoma City. Unfortunately, though, without any help from the weather. From the Heartland, Scott Baker heads our live team coverage.
Plus Draft Day 95 in Pittsburgh and around the NFL. More live team coverage in sports. Hello, I'm Sheila Highland.
And I'm Baron James. Those stories and the updated Donato weather forecast all next at 6.
Your Pittsburgh Isuzu dealers have rodeos. In fact, too many rodeos. Announcing the Isuzu Rodeo Clearance. Inventories are high, and right now you can drive a brand new four-wheel drive Isuzu Rodeo starting at $299 a month. And that's with automatic, air conditioning, and more. Thinking Blazer, Pathfinder, plan on paying more. The four-wheel drive Rodeo starting at $299 a month. Only at the Isuzu Rodeo Clearance. Going on now at your Pittsburgh Isuzu dealers.
A lot of customers think that you have to go to a big and tall store in order to get big and tall clothing. Well, that's absolutely incorrect. At the Men's Warehouse, because we are a specialty tailored clothing store, we're able to offer the full range of sizes, from 35 short up to 54 long. So we can fit virtually 99% of the American men, I guarantee it.
In Ross Park Mall, Monroeville Mall, Westmoreland Mall, South Hills Village, and Squirrel Hill.
When terrorism rocked Oklahoma City, more Pittsburghers turned to ABC News and WTAE. Our Scott Baker is there for continuing coverage. Stay with us. WTAE TV, Pittsburgh. And now, this is WTAE 4 News.
Good evening, I'm Sheila Highland.
And I'm Baron James, and fasten your seatbelt. There is plenty ahead in the next 30 minutes. Starting with the latest on the Oklahoma City bombing. In 2 live reports, one with our Scott Baker in Oklahoma, and a story of heroes, what it takes to save lives.
Also tonight, it's NFL Draft Day. We'll check in live with Bill Hillgrove at Steeler headquarters, plus Mark Johnson live from the North Side, home of a future NFL star, and Andrew Strachey live from Pirate City in Bradenton, Florida.
Now to Oklahoma, to the massive search and rescue and the deadliest terrorist bombing in American history.
Until now, crews on the scene have fought unstable conditions, fatigue, and their own emotions. Tonight, they are also fighting Mother Nature. Reporter Lisa Salters has been following the story and joins us live with the latest.
Federal authorities are still looking for the second of the 2 original suspects wanted in connection with the Oklahoma City bombing. In the meantime, the on-again, off-again search through the shaky ruins of the Murrah Federal Building continues, hampered by horrible weather. Heavy rain, strong winds, and lightning strikes slowed down rescue efforts in Oklahoma City for most of the day today and stopped the search completely at one point for more than 2 hours.
Wet concrete reacts differently than dry concrete, and so the rain is really making us look at this building in a different aspect.
When rescue crews are able to get into the building, they're concentrating on the 2nd floor, where the America's Kids Daycare Center had been located and where they unfortunately expect to find more bodies. Already, more than 70 are confirmed dead, dozens more unaccounted for.
We still have voids that we know have people in them, but we are not able to extract the debris and the rubble that we need to at this point to get them out.
Just west of Oklahoma City, accused bomber Timothy McVeigh is behind bars at the El Reno Correctional Center. Arrested yesterday in Perry, Oklahoma, McVeigh was booed and jeered as he was being transferred into federal custody. Authorities say McVeigh, an ex-soldier, bombed the Murrah Federal Building in retaliation against the government for the disaster in Waco, Texas 2 years ago. The other 2 men in custody, brothers Terry and James Nichols, are being held as material witnesses in the investigation, leaving John Doe number 2 still at large.
We have at least one other person that we consider a subject in this case, number 2, that we at this time do not have identified, nor do we know his whereabouts. We therefore consider that we have at least one more, and there could be others. At this point, we will go where the investigation takes us.
President Clinton opened up his weekly address this morning to cameras and invited a group of children to listen in. He and the First Lady tried to calm their fears and the fears of the nation about the Oklahoma City bombing.
I want you to remember that your parents and your friends and your family members all love you. I also want you to know that there are many more good people in the world than bad and evil people.
The Clintons are still planning to fly to Oklahoma City to attend a prayer service for victims tomorrow. Reporting live from Oklahoma City, I'm Lisa Salters. Now back to you.
All right, Lisa, thank you for that report. And still, of course, one of the big questions in the bombing is how could anyone do that?
Absolutely. That's something on everyone's mind. And as you had just heard in Lisa's live report, more than a few folks would like to see the worst now for suspect Timothy McVeigh. Still, people who know him tell a different story. This picture from his high school yearbook when he was known as a straight arrow, a quiet kid who would surely, in the words of one person, go somewhere.
Seemed to be very friendly, liked to play basketball, very good with the little kids. Did well in school, as I can remember.
Timothy McVeigh will be formally arraigned Thursday, and documents, including statements from his former co-workers, will be presented before federal magistrates. Now, the Oklahoma bomb blast didn't just rock the federal building. Shockwaves from the explosion ripped other nearby buildings as well. This one-story brick building, about 2.5 blocks from the federal building, collapsed this morning. Wednesday's blast had already weakened the structure. 3 people inside barely escaped injury. One of them told reporters the building's west wall had been leaning 6 to 8 inches since then. The building housed a taxi dispatching service.
Well, as we said, crews on the scene have been fighting unstable conditions in Oklahoma City. Storms have been brewing all day. A tornado watch was announced earlier today, of course, making the search and rescue efforts nearly impossible for those search and rescue efforts, and as you heard from Lisa Salters earlier today. Now, just like they did here after the crash of Flight 427, volunteers are playing a key role in cleanup and rescue efforts. WTAE's Scott Baker will join us live, we hope, in a moment from Oklahoma City with that part of the story. And do we have Scott ready to go yet? Well, we're almost there. We have to wait sometimes for these live reports.
Of course, Scott has been there most of last week and right on the scene of some of the rescue attempts, as well as catching great heroic stories from some of the rescuers and getting the great stories from some of the family members as well.
Okay, I think we have Scott now. Oh, we still don't have Scott.
Okay. Well, this is one thing that we can say has devastated America, and not only America, but all of the country. Something totally different, though. Draft day in the NFL. As teams get ready to wheel and deal and have been all day, and we will have more on that coming up in just a little bit. I think we do have Scott ready now in Oklahoma City.
We do at last. Yeah, as you can imagine, there are reporters from all over the country who are going live from that, and we are, of course, waiting in line, Scott, until your live shot. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sheila, are you able to hear me here in Oklahoma City?
We can at last.
It is a terrible day weather-wise here in Oklahoma City. As you can imagine, it's a real blow for all of those rescue workers who are on the front line up at the Murrah building. What we should say, though, is that those people on the front line are only one part of a larger engine that really is driving the rescue effort. Before the weather turned ugly, we were able to visit one of the operations supporting the front line.
I'll take another.
All right.
Take another.
And one more.
That'll do it.
Do all you can do. That spirit pervades this place.
These only to go together, they're all done it.
Feed the Children is in the business of disaster relief, not normally in their own backyard.
We've been through this before with earthquakes. This is exactly what we do for an earthquake.
But feeding the dogs?
Getting the little, like, booties almost for the dogs because they're going through the rubble and tearing up their paws.
These are insulin syringes with...
They try to think of everything, from cotton balls to candy bars.
Bring the donations to Feed the Children.
Banks of operators field calls from all over. What kind of calls come in?
And calls that are coming in here are, okay, I saw on TV, you need this, I've got it, can I bring it to you?
A major disaster requires a major relief effort. This sea of volunteers is here for one purpose: keep the rescue workers, the recovery workers, the people at the scene working hard. And what's your job been today?
Sort of just sorting things, moving from one area to another.
I've been sitting around the house just nervous to be ever since it happened, and just wanted to help out.
Why are you doing this?
Because it's the only thing that I can do.
To do something. That fuels the fervor here. Has the tragedy affected you?
No.
Sometimes the motives are very personal.
Oh, one of my friends who we both, her husband still missing. I teach school, and one of my students' brother was killed, and I just wanted to help.
They have wounded hearts, but lots of resolve. And they're quick to remind you, this is the heartland.
one of the brighter moments. They do adapt to the darker moments. In fact, Feed the Children today brought thousands of rain ponchos down here for the workers, and unfortunately also tubes of Vicks Vapor for the firefighters for odor control as they go in to recover the body. One of the firefighters inside the building right now is from Pittsburgh. We've been waiting to talk to him. We've talked to his family. We'll have that story tonight at 11. Sheila and Barron?
So many heart-wrenching stories. Thank you, Scott, for bringing us those. Barron?
And live television at its best. Now something totally different. Draft day in the NFL as teams wheel and deal for the best picks. One of our best, our Bill Hillgrove, where you'd find him every year about this time at Steeler Draft Headquarters, Three River Stadium. Bill.
Thank you very much. Here at Draft Headquarters, it sometimes is a crapshoot, and sometimes it's like trying to pick the lottery, trying to guess what the Steelers are going to do. But this time, the Steelers addressed the need as they picked 27th in the first round. Their number one pick, as expected, tight end Mark Bruner of Washington. He's 6'4", he's 249 pounds, catches the football and has a good burst after he catches it, is a punishing blocker who likes to use his arms when making contact. So I think the Steelers and the people back in the war room, especially Bill Cowher, feel that Mark Bruner for Pittsburgh is a fine fit.
He kind of fits what we're looking for. This guy is a hard worker, great work ethic. He's a tenacious football player, and he's been very productive. And I think, those qualities are something we've been trying to build since coming here 3 years ago. And this guy fits the build and really kind of fits the mold of the players that we have in this football team.
Okay, and Mark Bruner made 5 catches for the Huskies against Miami in the big upset at the Orange Bowl that snapped the Hurricanes' winning streak. He comes up big in the big games. At least that's what the scouts say. So Mark Bruner, the Steelers' number one pick as a fine tight end. In the second round, Bill Cowher has hinted that the Steelers might be thinking about trading up. So we'll be back in sports with more live at the stadium at Steeler Draft Headquarters. I'm Bill Hillgrove. Let's go back to the studio.
Okay. We'll be keeping an eye on that all day long.
Many more rounds to go. All right. Well, now something I want to tell you. For one Notre Dame alumnus now living on the north side, this draft day is really the day.
And with the story, I'm Mark Johnson on the north side. Mark?
That's right, Sheila and Barron. I am on the north side at Ray Zeller's home, of course, the Oliver High and Notre Dame star running back. And we have been waiting all afternoon for a call from the NFL. And as of this moment, we haven't gotten it yet, have we, Rick?
I know, we're still waiting.
How tough is this right now for us to sit and wait by the phone and watching the draft unfold on television?
It's very tough. We've been here 4 or 5 hours. There's 15 minutes per pick, and it's just tough, seeing things undeveloped and here.
Well, we'll see what happens here. We're going to stick around. As you can see in the room right now, we're at the Zellers household where a lot of family and friends have gathered here to await, well, let's say the north side's newest NFL rookie. We'll come back in a little bit. Back to you guys for now.
Okay. Great. We'll look for you at 11 probably with your story.
Well, actually in sports.
In sports, right.
Well, still ahead tonight. What's on your mind? Feedback from Menneson, Hopwood, and Homer City.
But your Denarda weather forecast is next. Keep it here for Jeff Hill's updated outlook for the rest of the weekend. Now go ahead.
The Montgomery Ward tractor cuts more than grass. It cuts the competition down to size. Both tractors offer shift-on-the-go electric starters and 2-year warranties. But the Montgomery Ward tractor keeps rolling with more horsepower, more speed, and a price tag that's $300 less. And you can ask for and get 0% interest for 1 full year. Our Powercraft self-propelled mower is a winner, too, at only $269. Electric Avenue, Montgomery Ward. We won't be beat. Guaranteed.
Harmerville Rehabilitation Center helps you take charge of your health.
A stroke occurs when a blood vessel to the brain bursts or becomes clogged. Heredity, diabetes, and heart disease may put you at risk for a stroke. But you can reduce your risk by controlling your blood pressure and cholesterol levels, exercising regularly, and avoiding cigarettes. Watch for these warning signs of stroke and get immediate medical attention if you experience these symptoms.
Take charge of your health. Call Harmerville Rehabilitation Center.
It's on. The Chevrolet Open House at your local Chevrolet dealer. Introducing 5 brand new cars, 2 brand new trucks, and that's just for openers. Take a look at Chevy S-Series starting at $199 a month. The best small truck in its class. Everything you want in a new truck. And now it's got an airbag, anti-lock brakes, and stereo, just $199 a month. Chevy S-Series. See what's going on now at your local Chevrolet Geo dealer.
It used to be we were the good guys, not afraid to make the tough calls.
We save lives that way.
Now it's about personal injury lawyers.
What we can't do because of too many lawsuits.
I didn't take this job to sit around and worry about getting sued.
If we don't stop lawsuit abuse,
I might not be able to do my job.
And my job just might be to save your life.
Fight lawsuit abuse and protect your right to sue. For common sense legal reform, call 1-800-670-2682.
Well, before we get to Jeff, we want to introduce a new member to our WTAE 4 News team, Baron James.
That's right.
Fresh from Montgomery, Alabama.
Way down south in Dixie. And the only warning I got actually coming here is that beware of the cold weather. But, you know, so far, so good.
You come from all that sunshine and that warm weather, you come up here to Pittsburgh. It's kind of a rude
It's been a little chilly.
awakening.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has been chilly. It's been a cold spring. It's been kind of cloudy. It's been very just kind of winter-like, kind of hanging on here over the past month or so. Finally, hopefully, we're going to start to warm up a little bit, but it's not going to come anytime soon. 59 degrees, our high temperature today. 46 was the overnight low. There's the normal 63 and 41. Outside right now, we have cloudy skies, 12 miles visibility. Current temperature at Pittsburgh International, a chilly 46 degrees. Relative humidity, 70%. Winds are west-northwest right now at 17 miles an hour. Barometer 30.06. And rising. The cold air just continues to spill down from the north. Here's the satellite picture right now across the nation. Rough day once again across portions of the Gulf Coast down into Texas. Baseball-sized hail in parts of northeastern Texas today. Also some funnel clouds and some tornadoes reported across northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, into northern Georgia. And you can see all the cloudiness, kind of a vigorous storm system moving in out of the southern plains. Is going to keep us in the clouds right through the weekend. Maybe we'll get into a couple of breaks overnight tonight, maybe see a little bit of sunshine tomorrow. Good news for tomorrow, though. At least the rain's going to hold off. We should start to see some showers moving in by tomorrow night. So outdoor plans tomorrow should be okay, although it's going to be a little bit cloudy, and it's definitely going to stay a little bit cool. Satellite picture from this morning, a lot of sunshine from central PA over to around Philadelphia, and then the clouds started moving in. They only moved in like 2 hours. No, this just kind of got stuck there. But anyways, believe me, the clouds moved in, and of course it has been cloudy all day. You can see the rainfall down south. Heavy thunderstorms still continuing in Texas up to around the Oklahoma City area, but most of the showers now trying to move a little bit east to Oklahoma City, which kind of sits right in the middle right there. Showers and thunderstorms down south into southern Mississippi, and some scattered showers and thunderstorms across portions of the Carolinas, and a few light showers as you head up to the north. We have two storm systems, one up to the north, one down to the south. The two are going to kind of converge on us as we head into Sunday night and into Monday morning. 38 right now in Bradford. It's cold. 41 in Du Bois, 46 in Johnstown, 67 down in Martinsburg, 54 Parkersburg, 55 Morgantown, 49 right now in Zanesville, 50 in Cleveland. Here's the current surface map. There's the low down south that we're going to have to be most concerned with as it starts moving to the northeast tomorrow. It'll spread some showers into parts of West Virginia, southern Ohio. But again, tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, if you have any outdoor plans, things look okay. We should be rain-free, and then the showers move in tomorrow night. Here's the DiNardo forecast for tonight. Gradual clearing and cooler. It's going to be a cold night, low 38. For tomorrow, increasing cloudiness, cool. We'll have a high of 58 degrees. Overnight tomorrow night, expect cloudy skies, rain showers moving in, a low of 41. And then for Monday, not too bad of a day, but if it stays rainy all day, the highs could not even get into the 50s, maybe in the mid-40s, but we'll go for 54. Here's the extended on Tuesday, 58. May have a few showers hanging around as well. And then for Wednesday, partly cloudy with a high of 63. So we start to warm up a little bit on Wednesday. Thursday, we get up to 63 as well. Maybe we'll see a little bit of sunshine, but definitely this Pittsburgh weather. It's going to take a little getting used to there, Baron.
Yeah,
but just
well,
hang in there.
I made sure I grabbed enough wool. You know.
You need it here.
That's right. You did. Thanks a lot, buddy. You bet.
Well, after a short time out, more live team coverage of Draft Day 95.
All right, Coach. Including this guy, the first pick for the Steelers. Who is he? Stay tuned.
When news breaks, count on WTAE 4 News for complete live team coverage. When terrorism rocked Oklahoma City, more people turned to ABC News and WTAE. Scott Baker's exclusives, the only Pittsburgh reporter live from the bomb scene. Plus, live coverage from Westmoreland County as investigators uncovered evidence of incest and murder. And the Pirate Biz. Alan Jennings had an exclusive report. When news breaks, count on WTAE 4 News for complete live team coverage.
So, Barb, what kind of car are you driving now?
I just leased an extra Legend.
Ouch. You don't want to test drive the Eagle Vision, then.
Why not? Come on.
No. having warned you now.
Okay, we'll be back.
Barbara's back in the Eagle Vision. How was it?
Oh, it reminds me of my restaurant. Great. Why don't you want me to test that?
Probably at least price. I would guess she paid more.
Test drive a Vision at your All-Star Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Oh, man. Look what you did. What I did? Just who do you think you are, man? Who do you think I am?
Easy, fellas. What would he do?
All the yellow pages?
Just any yellow pages?
Genuine yellow pages.
9 out of 10 use it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The genuine Bell Atlantic yellow pages.
Did you know Allegheny County has one of the lowest crime rates in the country? And to keep it that way, Tom Forster and Pete Flaherty fought for a tough new jail to keep violent criminals behind bars. Did you know Mike DeWita opposed mandatory criminal sentences for drug pushers? DeWita sponsored liberal prison release and even voted for a pay raise for prisoners. Soft on criminals, tough on crime. Now you know. We need Forster and Flaherty.
Well, you know, it seems 2 weeks ago when I got into town, Andrew Stockey was down in Pirate City.
And guess what? He's back there again.
Wouldn't you know it?
Yeah, we're going to check with him now. Andrew, what's going on down there in sunny Florida?
Well, it's getting kind of warm here and uncomfortable. This is not exactly spring. No, this is really not spring training weather for the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are going to be breaking camp in a few days. We're down here. We'll have their story coming up a little bit later. But the big news is up your way. It is draft day in the NFL, and there was lots of wheeling and dealing, and it began with the #1 pick. The Carolina Panthers had it, but they traded to the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, while that may have been a surprise, there was no surprise as to what the Bengals did with that first overall selection.
With the first pick in the draft, the Cincinnati Bengals have selected running back from Penn State, Kajana Carter. The Jacksonville Jaguars are now on the clock.
Okay, Kajana Carter out of Penn State going to Cincinnati, so Steeler fans will have a chance to see Kajana twice as he takes on the Steelers this coming season. Carter, a talented tailback, expected to go #1. It didn't surprise anybody at all. Well, the 5th pick, that was Carolina's pick, they took Kerry Collins out of Penn State, their quarterback. Now, early in the week, I went up to State College and talked with Kerry. He was hoping to go between pick number 5 and 10. He was the 5th pick overall, and he's on his way to the expansion Panthers. Now, a bit of a surprise with the 10th pick. Kyle Brady out of Penn State. The Browns had worked him earlier this week on campus, but just before the Browns got a shot at him, the New York Jets picked him at number 10. So Kyle Brady's throwing a little bit of a wrench into the system, and he's going to go to the New York Jets, surprising the Browns. And finally, Reuben Brown out of Pitt, the offensive tackle, will help the Buffalo Bills with their youth movement. He is on his way to Buffalo. He was picked number 14. So what about the Pittsburgh Steelers? Well, they made their selection, filling a